Hey everyone, today I have the privilege of interviewing someone who is a repeat guest actually. We're going to be talking about one of my favorite topics, which is LinkedIn. You know, that is the social platform that I love to play in. As a matter of fact, that's the only one that I do play in. So I've asked this guest, to come on here and just re-educate us on what's up with LinkedIn. She also does a couple of other things out there that I think you guys are going to be interested in. So without further ado, enjoy the show.
Hello, and welcome to Marketing Solutions for Local Businesses, the podcast where you will discover all the latest and greatest digital marketing tools, tips, and strategies you will need to implement in order to stay ahead of your competition. If you are not getting the results you are looking for from your digital marketing efforts, this is the podcast for you. And now, here's the host of our show, the local business guy himself, Frank Deming.
Hello, everyone. This is Frank Deming, the local business guy, and welcome to another episode of Marketing Solutions for Local Businesses. Happy Wednesday. Happy Hump Day, everyone. I hope you guys are having a rockin' week thus far. As I said in the pre-intro, I have the privilege of having a repeat guest from season 1 all the way back there. We're in season 3, and someone decided to help me out and come back to the show and enlighten us a little bit. And we're going to be talking about LinkedIn, and there's no other person better than me talking about that platform than the guru herself of LinkedIn, the great Jennifer Wilner. What's going on, Jennifer? Say hello.
Hello, Frank, and hello to all your listeners. Thank you so much for having me back. I'm excited to have the conversation.
Awesome. Welcome back to the show. So for those of people who did not listen to the first episode, way back in season 1, catch us up. Who are you and what do you do?
Who am I? So Jen Wilner, my business is Secretary Central. We are not secretaries. We are digital marketing support services. And what does that really mean? I help small business owners and entrepreneurs with their social media footprint, so to speak. So sprinkling the seeds of social media to help them grow their business through LinkedIn and Facebook and all those social media platforms, and a whole bunch of other not social media platforms, but all that digital marketing stuff.
Awesome. Sprinkling the seeds. I love that. So, Jennifer, I remember you used to have some course. It wasn't an online course. You had an actual physical course where someone actually had to walk up and meet you. You used to rent out spaces and teach people LinkedIn. Are you still doing that?
So, yes, I'm actually, I haven't been, but we are going to be doing it again. Yeah, okay. We're going to be doing it again. Working on it.
Yeah, I know. But once this pandemic hit, everything kind of slowed down, so we couldn't do it anymore, right?
It was talk about pivoting and keeping us like just guessing like every day, what can you do? And some of our clients could really, really pivot and create programs and projects and courses and stuff like that. But yeah. I'm very proud that I was behind the scenes helping them do that.
Yeah.
And now it's my turn again.
There you go. So catch us up a little bit. Since the last time we spoke, LinkedIn has done a few upgrades. They've even put some features on, taken away some features. Catch us up on what's going on LinkedIn. One of the best, the latest releases on LinkedIn that you've noticed.
So one of my favorite things that LinkedIn made available to everybody is, I'm going to say it's a video. It's a profile video. So when you go to look at your profile and on your mobile device, you have to do this on your mobile device, you can create a 30-second video where your headshot lives. And you can change that as often as you want. So not to be confused with stories, because they did try stories, didn't do very well. Not everybody had access to them. Not sure if they're coming back or not, but so LinkedIn stories are gone. And they've gotten better at live videos. So I'm looking at my profile while we talk right now, just to make sure that I have everything for you. They have something called creator mode now that's in the top half of your profile, so that you can showcase content. You can showcase ideas and projects that you're working on. You can, really cool thing that I think is really cool is that you can edit a message. So you go in and send somebody a message, and then you can edit it. It's not like bam, out there kind of thing. I think there was a total of 19 updates that either happened since the beginning of the year or that they're getting ready to release.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. And I like the way their mobile app is looking better. It's come a long way as well.
Absolutely.
I was a huge advocate of LinkedIn. Have been, and still I am. Is actually the only social platform that I log into every single day. But I always hated their app. But I do like it now, though. They've done a better job.
Yeah, it's much better. You guys, you can't hear me smiling when Frank said that he logs into it every single day.
Yep, every day. That's the only one that I touch every day. No one else. No other. It used to be Facebook for me. I would say 4 years ago or 5 years ago. Not anymore. It's always been LinkedIn since, because that's what I get the most traction.
Yeah.
But the funny thing about LinkedIn, I was talking to a client of mine, and he said something to me that for me it's not true, but for him it was. That he says it's the forgotten social platform. So why do you think so few entrepreneurs use LinkedIn?
I think they really associate it with looking for a job. They think that it's something that, and on the profile you can put in, I'm hiring or I'm open, that I'm looking for work. So yeah, it started like that for that purpose. And it was like a Rolodex. You could use it as your Rolodex. You make connections with people. And so I think a lot of people think of it that way. They forget that it is professional. There are so many bells and whistles that you can use, that if you don't have a website as an entrepreneur, you can utilize your LinkedIn profile as a mini website now. If you're cash strapped but at the same time, it's not going to do for you what Frank Deming and Local Business Marketing Solutions is going to do for you. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's a different thing. Thank you. But it's but I think that's a good point you just pointed out. People use LinkedIn more like a recruiting tool or a job finding tool, or that's true. And I'm glad you said that. Now I got to call him back and tell him, hey, this is the reason why.
and a sales tool. There's so many spam messages, and I'm going to say it's not just spam messages. There's a lot of community building, but unfortunately, there's quite a few spam messages, and it's unfortunate that people will, they'll reach out, they won't even look at your profile. So I think if there's one thing to be said about teaching people how to use it, is don't pitch me a product that applies for a Fortune 500 company or a company with 20 plus employees. Obviously, you didn't look at my profile to see who Secretary Central is and who Business Connects is.
Yeah.
Um,
It's funny. I'm glad you said that because I'm sure you do too. You get hit up a lot by some weird things, right? From weird
Weird.
people. Yeah. It's sad. It's sad because I remember one of the things I loved about LinkedIn is that they didn't allow a lot of automation tools to connect to it. Because you can only what correct me if I'm wrong, Jen, you can only have 100 connections per week or per day or something. It's some kind of limitations for how many connections you can
It
request.
keeps changing. I'm having this issue right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember but there's a limitation. Whereas those other platforms don't have that. So and then so LinkedIn used to have this, you couldn't have any API connection to it, but I guess they wanted to play nice with everybody, like everyone else, and they opened it up. And now we're getting all these what I call bots, bots requesting connection and
Hmm.
hey, you look like someone that I can help do XYZ with. And I'm
Right.
like, okay.
Right.
And you
Yeah.
can tell it's a bot.
Yeah, it is. And it is still 100. It is still 100.
Oh, it is.
Um, you
Okay.
were right. So, which is, I think that helps for people who are being very specific and know exactly who they want to connect with.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, and that's even with Sales Navigator, the paid version,
Mm-hmm.
you can't, like, you can't get past it, even if you're paying LinkedIn. So
Yeah,
um,
but that's good. I mean, I guess they have their standards, right?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Helping to kind of cut down on the noise.
Yeah, I know. I know. All right. So one thing I've also noticed, and I want you to talk about this a little bit, is the LinkedIn algorithm is pretty interesting. I've noticed that if I comment on particular connections, I see a lot more of their stuff more often. Um, and I mean, it's really come a long way. I mean, talk to us about that. What are some nuggets that people can do to get more interaction within LinkedIn and see more of the people that they're trying to connect with posts, and how can they be, I guess, get noticed without being pushy
Mhm.
to get to connect with some of their connect to people that they want to connect. What are some tips on that?
Uh, so I would highly recommend sharing content, like, to get found more by your connections, sharing content that's helpful, that's not salesy. I mean, everybody, if you're in business and you're on LinkedIn, of course you need to make money, but people like to be helped, and they like to see and connect with people that are giving to them to help them and give them content. So I'm sure, like, lots of people follow beauty bloggers,
Mhm.
and lots of people follow, I'm going to say, like, I'm a big follower of Neil Patel. I
Ah,
read he does social media, he talks about SEO,
mhm.
and you can understand the way that he talks.
Yeah.
So his content is really cool, to me. And so there's lots of other people like that. So I think that sharing the content so that people feel like they're gaining something from you, almost as a friend.
Yeah.
So when it comes time to, hey, sign up for my class. Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate that they share content with me often. So, I'll think about it. And sharing other people's content is huge.
Mhm.
So when you do interviews, when you're posting something that I might not know, or I think my network might not know, and just kind of sharing and commenting when I share it, so it shows up above the post, um, is super helpful. And of course, tagging,
Mhm.
tagging people in posts. So not being salesy, sharing just being more community minded, I think goes a long way. We get hit up with sales pitches, like all day long, right?
Yeah, it's sad, kind of. It really is. Hey guys, I hope you guys are enjoying the content that our guest is bringing you today. Incidentally, speaking of the guests, if you would like to be a guest on this show, if there's something that you would like to promote when it comes to digital marketing or anything within your business that you would like to promote, give us a call at 888-416-7752 or simply send us an email at info@lbmsllc.com. Someone from my office will then send you the podcast intake form and we will schedule you on the show. So if that's something you would like to do, go ahead and do that and I'll put you on the show. For now, enjoy the rest of the show. So, what's your take on the LinkedIn article platform and that where you can pretty much write a blog on there?
Yeah.
Like what's your take on that? Is that
So
an effective
that's
tool?
the way that you can have a mini website. And the search engines love the article feature. And if it's for your listeners, as you're listening to this right now, if you go onto your preferred search engine and type in either a name or content and type in LinkedIn after it, you'll see the articles come up. And I love it. We just had a conversation with one of our Business Connects members who does not have a website. And we recommended that he take his blog and create an article on LinkedIn. And he wasn't really sure. So we had kind of a little conversation about it, but LinkedIn loves it and the search engines love it. And they're seeing you're giving them content, literally putting content onto their website.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. It does get picked up. So what I try to do is I try to write something on my blog and then write a similar but different article on LinkedIn just to make a differentiation.
Yeah, and that's super important. I mean, and I'm not going to give away the industry secrets, but definitely things need to be different on that article than they are on your website.
Yeah. You can't have 100% copycat. And that's a huge mistake. Awesome. So, any tips you want to share about other than the ones you've already shared about LinkedIn and where it's going and what people should be thinking about it in 2022?
So so a big part that I think people need to keep in mind is for free at the top of your profile to create that. It used to be called where your profile photo is. It used to be called,
You mean the banner?
The banner. Yeah, the banner. It used to be constellation image. So now you can go on programs like Canva, and you can actually go on LinkedIn will give you free options but don't leave that space blank. I mean, now there's no reason to leave that space blank. It's also very, very important that if you work for a company or you're an entrepreneur, that you at least publish your company page and don't leave it. I call it an abandoned building. So when you look at somebody's profile and you see where they work and it's a grayed out kind of skyscraper, that's what I call an abandoned building.
That's funny.
So create that company page and put a little bit of content on it, because that will it helps to make that connection. For an accessibility point, I love that they created a dark mode in the settings of your on your smartphone, and you can literally Google dark mode feature LinkedIn, and there's articles that will show up. I think it's really important because we're spending more time on our screens now that we're not commuting like we were.
Yeah,
more and more and more time.
That's true. Oh,
Um,
that's interesting. I did not know there was a dark mode. I think most people use the dark mode on Instagram. I think I don't, but I heard some.
well,
I
there's like
saw some. I saw some article about that. But I
so
didn't
many
know.
pictures
I didn't
and
even know that
videos.
LinkedIn had it. It's interesting.
Mhm. Yeah.
Hmm.
I think that's really, really busy. And just keep active, even if it's 5 minutes a day, at least. You spend 5 minutes a day on LinkedIn and connect with people and and comment on your
Hmm.
connections, and just join the conversation. It will definitely help you. It does not need to be an intimidating, no one's expecting, just jump out there and write your first blog and do a podcast. Why
Right, right, right.
not? Baby
Yeah,
steps, baby steps.
I would say comment and share as well.
Oh,
Um,
absolutely.
share as well. Have you seen any difference? Have you done any videos on LinkedIn, by the way?
I did some videos
Hmm.
on LinkedIn. I do actually a LinkedIn live every
Okay.
week with a client.
Okay.
And you can do it through LinkedIn. We do it through a third party software, but you can do LinkedIn lives.
Hmm.
And they're great exposure. You can do them as as your profile or your company page.
Yeah. And how do you find that in terms of exposure versus just still photos? Do you find it greater or?
Wow. Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, it's amazing because it's video and
Yeah.
video is the top, I don't want to say videos at the top.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what the search engines want to see.
Is it? Yeah. Do you find that you have to put the subtitles in there? 'Cause I've read somewhere that you have to have subtitles because some people don't listen to the content. They read it because they're at work or whatever.
Oh, to open the captioning.
Yeah, the
So
captioning. That's the word. I said
right.
subtitles.
Closed captioning, closed
Yeah.
captioning. That's a really good question because I have not, to be honest, I have not done it directly on LinkedIn in quite a
Hmm.
while. I've done it through a third
That's right. You would do
party,
it through another quality.
and
Yeah.
then it goes to all these different platforms at the same time.
Which is
But
more efficient.
it lives on, and it shows up. What's really cool when you're looking at it, it shows up on your header banner, the
Mm.
video, which is
Okay.
really cool.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I have to, and it's once a week. Do you do that?
We do this once a week. Yep. Every
Awesome.
Wednesday. Yep.
Awesome. Yeah, that's when I do my podcast. Look at that. Awesome. Awesome. All right. So what are you looking forward to? Who are you looking to connect with on in 2022? Who can I introduce you to that's gonna wow you in 2022? Who you looking to train in 2022 for LinkedIn?
Who am I looking to train? Small business owners who they could be solopreneurs, they could have a few clients, and entrepreneurs who are serious about their business, who know what they do. It sounds funny. They know what they do, but they feel like they don't necessarily have the time to do it, and they want to learn. So they're hungry to learn how to get more exposure on LinkedIn. They right now I'm going to say they're in Jersey. They're in New Jersey, USA. I'm not looking forward to doing anything else on Zoom for a while besides what I have to do.
I hear you.
So small business owners that are willing to make a nominal investment in spending an hour in a class, and it's fun. We have some fun. It's not sleepy. There is chocolate. There
So
is chocolate.
you bake them in with chocolate, eh?
Yep. Whatever I have to do. Yeah. But it's fun, and it's very there's different levels. So, there's a starter. You're brand new to LinkedIn, so you're a starter, and then there's Well, I've kind of dabbled around on it. So three different levels: starter, then the middle level, and then more advanced. And so it's a fun class, and it's empowering to help people and just see those light bulb moments when they learn.
Awesome. Yeah, I know. I heard some great stuff about the class. Wasn't able to make any of them before we got shut down, but hopefully that will change when you open up again. So, I mean, that's all I had for you today. I mean, I'm glad I'm glad to hear all of the great changes that LinkedIn is happening, that's happening within the LinkedIn platform. Like I said, I log in every day, twice a day, once in the morning, and then once before I log out. That's the last thing I do before I have dinner. And I love it. It's been the best platform for me in terms outside of Google, obviously, but the best platform for me in terms of lead generation and in terms of engaging with clients, etc. So I just wanted to bring you on here so people know that I'm not the only one that loves it. You love it. You're a guru at it. You actually teach about on the platform, and I would love to fill up the class for you. So if you're in New Jersey, and I mean, she doesn't have it open yet, so slow down, people. Okay. But she will have it open. If you're in New Jersey, in the central area of Jersey, no less, and you're looking to learn more about LinkedIn, hit up Jennifer Wilner. I will have a link to her LinkedIn in the show notes so you can, have a connection request, but please make it be a real request, not some kind of bot stuff, because she's a busy woman. So that's what you should do. I mean, so whenever she opens that up, I'm sure you'll learn about it because you'll have a connection with her on LinkedIn. Check out her stuff. Check out her interviews that she has on Wednesday. Check out what she posts. You'll probably learn a few things. Before I let you go, Jennifer, is there anything else that you need to ask me, or is there anything that you want to know about the program?
When I grow up, I want to be like you and have a podcast. And I want to know who else you're looking for. Who can we introduce you to?
Awesome.
Some more fun interviews on this.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. So on that note, I am going to bid farewell to this episode. I hope you guys learned a lot. If there's anything that if there's anyone that you can think of right now that Jennifer can help, and Jennifer can actually that's looking to learn about LinkedIn, share this episode with them. Subscribe to the podcast so when I have other episodes coming up, you are notified. And that would be a great favor to me and to Jennifer as well. So with that, I wish you guys nothing but the very best. Until next week, this has been Frank Deming, the local business guy, and you've just been blessed by the great Jennifer Wilner. Take care, everyone. Until next week. Peace out.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Marketing Solutions for Local Businesses, the podcast where you will discover all the latest and greatest digital marketing tools, tips, and strategies you will need to implement in order to stay ahead of your competition. Don't forget, any links that were mentioned during the broadcast will be available to you in the show notes, so be sure to grab them while you have the chance. Incidentally, if you have any topics that you would like for us to discuss on the show, be sure to send an email to the email provided in the show notes, or click the Contact Us link and let us know what topic you would like us to help you with, and we'll be sure to add it to our schedule. If you would like for Frank and his team to look at your digital marketing presence and give you a free evaluation, simply click the Request a Free Consultation link in the show notes to get a hold of them. That being said, until our next episode, make it a successful digital marketing day. Peace out.